just like to start this video with a moment's silence for my Real Techniques buffing brush that's had a bit of an death, really. That's what I'd describe it as. Yeah, I'm very upset about this loss. He was so young and we had a lot of memories together, but yeah. Anyway, so today we're going to be doing October's full face of first impressions. I'm literally going to be trying on a full face of new makeup that I've not tried before. I actually have loads of stuff to try, and I think I have an item for like every single aspect of the face. The only thing I don't have is a lipstick, so I will just use one that I already have. Literally everything else I'm pretty sure I can do with what I've got, so that's fantastic. And I'm really excited about this. I love doing these are like my favourite things to do. So to start with the eyes, I'm going to need a base, and I think what I will use is this Freedom Pro Camouflage Concealer. This is CF01 and it looks like this. I have a concealer palette as well, which is also from Freedom. I'll just show you that, and that's this one. And I think I'll use this one on the rest of my face, therefore I will use the camouflage one on my eyelids just to prime them and to make a base. And also I'll need to set that, so I've got two powders. Both of these powders are not the ones that I freaking ordered, which is really annoying. So the first one I got from Boots, and this is the Collection Primed and Ready Illuminating Setting Powder. It looks like that. And I bloody put the invisible one, the matte one, in my basket, and for some reason they sent me this one. Why? Why, Boots? Why? Why would you do that to me? And I really wanted the matte one, because I thought this one would be too dark, but when you swatch it on your finger it does look quite translucent, and also when you brush it on your hands it is kind of like invisible, so maybe it will be alright. But I'm going to use this one for my eyes, and then I'm going to use the other powder I have, which is the Pro Artist HD Pro Finish Powder. This is a loose one, and this is from Freedom. And again, this is not the one that I ordered. I ordered the matte, like the, I don't know, it's called matte. It's like the pressed powder. I ordered the pressed powder, and for some reason they sent me the loose powder. Like, why does no one want me to have the powders that I originally ordered? What's going on here? But I will use this one on the rest of my face. I'll just get this on a finger and smother it on. Ooh, can you see it? And that's what the concealer looks like on. It definitely has got rid of some of the discoloration, and it's quite a thick concealer, which I quite like. I personally feel like the thicker it is, the better coverage it's probably going to give, so not bad. I'm going to go in with the Collection Primed and Ready Illuminating Setting Powder just to set that concealer in place. And I have a clean brush. When they say that's illuminating, it is. I can literally see like a kind of pink sparkle on my eye. You probably won't be able to see this on camera, but it's definitely mattified it, and it's not like massively discoloured, so that's not bad. I'm alright with this. Next, we've got an eyeshadow palette, and this is from Gosh, and it's called 9 Shades Matte Shadow Collection 004 Too Cool to be Cool in Copenhagen. And oh god, it's gorgeous. Look at this. It's beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, when I got this I swatched it and I was barely touching it, and it had so much pigmentation coming out of it. It's mental. And right, the reason why I got this, because I wasn't originally going to get an eyeshadow palette, but I think it was like 2 for £10 on Gosh, and the mascara I got, which you'll see soon, was like £8, and I was like, wait a minute, so I can get an eyeshadow palette that's worth like £10, because this is £10, for only like £1.50, because I think the mascara was £8.49 or something like that. So I basically got a £10 eyeshadow palette for about £1.50. So I'm like, mental. So, wow, that's good. I don't know if that offer's still on, but if it is, you need to do that. Do it. This is on Superdrug, by the way. I think what I'll do is I'll get this kind of light brown colour here, and I'll run this through my crease just to start with. Next, I'm going to go in with the colour right bang in the middle, literally the middle colour, and I'm going to go over my crease with that as well. Next, I'm going to get the white colour in this corner here, and I'm going to put that on the main base of my eyelid. I'm then going to go in with the black colour right here, and I'm going to put this to the outer third and kind of make it into more of a smoky eye. And to finish off, I'm just going to go back in with the white colour I was using earlier, and I'm going to bring this under my brows and into the eyeshadow just to kind of diffuse it out, because I think it's a little bit high on this side. I think I will leave it at that, but let me just show that. It's just kind of a basic smoky eye and nothing at all fancy, but wow. They're very pigmented eyeshadows, pretty easy to blend, good colour payoff. I don't know what else to say, but I'm pretty pleased with that, and I can't wait to keep using this. I'm definitely going to be using this so much. Right, next I want to line my top and bottom waterlines, and my new eyeliner that I have brought is the Soap & Glory Smolder Kohl. It looks like this. It's just a standard black eyeliner. It's got this weird lid, but it's just kind of confusing. It's got a sharpener, but I'm not actually sure how the hell I use this. I'll work it out, hopefully. That's what the little pencil looks like. Yeah, I'm going to put this on my top and bottom waterlines, and I also might kind of like smoke it out a little bit at the bottom, just because I did that the other day with another new liner that I bought, and I don't know where it is. Oh wait, there it is. It's this one from Laval. I got it from Amazon. It was only like £1.70 or something like that. And I did this thing where I put it on my bottom waterline and then I kind of smoked it out underneath and then blended it with a little cotton bud. And it actually looked really good. And it lasted like all day. So I'm going to see if I can replicate that with the Soap & Glory one as well. And see. So then we'll have a proper like smoky eye look. Alright, so that is very pigmented. It glides on so nicely, so creamy. I think this is really good. I really like this. I think this was £5, £4 or £5, I can't actually remember. So super impressed by this. I will actually wait until I've done my face makeup before I smoke anything out, like I said I was going to do. I didn't realise that. I'd probably have to wait until I've done my base before I can do that. But yeah, I think that looks really good. Quickly gonna just curl my eyelashes before I put mascara on using my hmmm lash curlers. Okay, the mascara that I have to use is from Gosh as well. It's the Gosh Extreme Mascara. It looks like this. I originally wanted to get the, I think it's called Secret to Longer Lashes one. I think it has like a lash growing serum in it. I really wanted to get that one, but it was sold out. And then literally the day after I bloody did my Superdrug order, it came back in stock, which is so annoying. So hopefully I'll be able to pick that one up for my next monthly full face of first impressions. But we've got this one, and this one has a pretty decent reviews, so hopefully it doesn't disappoint. I definitely feel that's given a lot of length, but not loads of volume. I'm gonna sneeze, sorry. Sneezing when you've just done your mascara is the worst thing. It's given quite a lot of length and a little bit of volume, but not as much volume as I usually like with my mascaras. But I find a lot of mascaras that I don't always love them the first time I put them on, but then as I use them more, I start to kind of like them more, and I start to kind of, you know, find different ways of using it to get more volume out of it and stuff. But it's definitely not a bad mascara. It's done a decent job, but it's not like my favourite. So we're going to start by priming. And the primer that I have to use is the Sleek Control Shine and Prime. And when I swatched this on my hand, it was so silky and soft, and I always appreciate that on a primer. So I'm just going to slather this all over my face with my fingers. Alright, so that went on really silky and soft. It felt nice. I was starting to get a few kind of like bits of bally kind of, I don't know how to describe it. I don't actually think that was the primer though. I think it's my moisturiser, because I'm not mad about the moisturiser I'm using at the moment. It's the Nivea Light Moisturising Day Cream. This is for like normal combination. I think I really should have got the one that I had before, which was the one for oily in combination. That's the oil-free one, because I actually really liked this one. So I think that, I'm not sure, I think this one might have messed it up a little bit. But I have kind of wiped those little kind of ball things away, so. But yeah, it's definitely left my face feeling really soft and really silky, which is lovely. Before I go with my foundation, actually, I think I'm going to use something from the HD Pro Conceal Pro Artist Kit from Freedom. This is in light medium. Look at that, it looks stunning really, doesn't it? I think I might use some of the colour correcting colours in here. I'll definitely use the green one. I'm going to get the green colour right in the end, and I'm just going to put this over some kind of spotty areas. I think I'm just going to actually use a little detailer brush if I can find it. Where are you? There you are. This little detailer brush just to kind of be a bit more precise with the application. It's not done anything too massive, but it has toned down the redness just a little bit. So yeah, that's alright. Right, next I'm going to go in with foundation. The foundation I got is the Freedom Pro Matte Longwear Foundation in 02, which I think is the lightest shade. It is very light, it does have a little bit of a pinkness to it, so I think I am going to mix this with a white foundation, and the one that I have is the Manic Panic Dream Tone, and I got this on Amazon, and I have not tried this yet. I also got the NYX Pro Foundation Mixer, but I have tried this already, and this is really good. I was super impressed by this. It's lightens your foundation without like altering the consistency of the foundation, which is good because I found that most of the mixes that I've used, like they lighten the foundation, but they kind of mess up the consistency of it a bit. Whereas this one definitely does not do that, so I recommend this one. So hopefully the Manic Panic one will be pretty decent as well. So yeah, I'm going to mix these two together. I'm not going to add too much of the white just because this is quite light already. Right, so I've just mixed those two on the back of my hand. And again, I don't think that didn't really alter the consistency, so that's great. Because that's always something I struggle with white foundation mixes. So to me, it doesn't look like it's messed with the consistency of the foundation. So that's great. So we're just going to apply this to our face, and I'm going to use a sponge to blend this in. Alright, so I've got a layer of that on, and I actually really like it. It's not like full coverage, but it is quite a good coverage. I'd say it's like a medium coverage, and it just went onto the skin really nicely. I just like the way it looks, and those two mixed together, I think the colour's really good. Like, it doesn't look, I don't look too pale, but I also don't look too dark, so That's great. Obviously you can still see my spots peeking through, but you know, that's why we put concealer on. But yeah, I am quite pleased with that foundation combination. I don't know which concealer to use. I think I'm going to use the second lightest one here that I've got my finger on, and I'm just kind of going to go over blemishes with that. I'm also going to use some of that same colour under my eyes as well. Okay, so it's not mind-blowing coverage, but it's done a decent job. It's not bad. I actually like how it looks under the eyes because it is a slightly lighter concealer that I used, so it has kind of like brightened my under eye area a bit, so that's quite nice. And like, it has a nice like consistency. It's just not mind-blowing coverage, so I might actually try and use some of that little camouflage concealer just on a few of my spots, just to kind of compare it, see if it does give any more coverage. See, that has given a little bit more coverage, so that's great. Next we're going to use this is exciting, the Ultra Pro HD Cream Contour from Makeup Revolution. Look at this. Oh, and this is in Fair. Did I say that? Well, I've said it now, it's in Fair. And we got some colours in there. We got some stuff to do some cream contouring. I think this is my first ever cream contour palette, actually. I don't think I have ever cream contoured before, really. I did have those concealer palettes from Makeup Revolution, but they didn't really have like proper contour shades in them. The thing with the white like highlight shade is that it's quite glimmery, so I'm not sure how this is going to sit under my eyes. But I am actually going to try it anyway, and I might mess up for my base, but you know, we're going to give it a go. I'll go in with my finger with that white shimmery colour, and I'll just kind of try it a little bit. And okay, well that blended out pretty well. I don't look too shiny, so that's great. I actually quite like the effect of that. It just kind of gives that brightness to those areas where you place it. So awesome. I'm going to use my foundation brush. This isn't very clean, so hopefully it goes away in the products, and I'm going to use that to do the actual contouring. And I think the shade I'll use is this one here. It's like a kind of more light brown, because I'm worried that this one might be a bit too dark for me. So I think I'll use this one here, and I'm just going to kind of run it through. Oh my god, I just stuck my fingernail in one of them. Oh, damn it. That's annoying. It's the other one. Whoops, I'm just going to wipe that off. For God's sake. Right, so I'm going to use that one and bring it for my cheekbones, down my nose, jawline, forehead, kind of usual contour areas. Okay, I cannot stress to you enough to use that contour palette sparingly. I still feel like I've tried to blend it out as well as I can, but I feel like I went a bit overboard, especially with the nose. But actually, it's pretty decent. It's not bad. It blends out easily. It's just you need to be careful how much you put on, otherwise you will have some problems whilst blending. But not bad overall. Not bad contour palette at all. To set my whole face, I'm gonna, hopefully this will help tone down the contour a bit as well. I'm gonna use the HD Pro Loose Powder from Freedom. And I have no idea how to use this, but I'm gonna give it a go and try and put this everywhere on my face. Well, that's easier to use than most loose powders I've tried. It's mattified my face. Feels really like soft as well, which is quite nice. I'm still annoyed that they didn't send me the freaking powder that I wanted, but this isn't too bad. Okay, the bronzer that I have to use is called Bronzing Powder 02 Natural Glow from Gosh. And I will show you this. It's quite a natural colour, I quite like it. It also has these kind of like lines going through it, which is interesting. So I'm going to just run this through my cheekbones basically. I really like that bronzer, that's great. The blush that I have is actually a palette of 3 by Sleek. This is just called Blush by 3 palette Pumpkin 363, and I mainly got this because it's quite like a Halloween kind of themed blush palette. Like look at that bright orange, and the red looks really nice as well, and then you've got a more kind of like hot pink in the middle, so some quite out there shades, but I'm really intrigued by the pumpkin one, not gonna lie. So actually I think I will use that pumpkin one. Don't know what to apply it with because I normally use that bloody buffing brush that I've murdered to put blush on, so might end up using my bronzing brush as well for that. Blended it out quite well. Just kind of made it look a bit more subtle, like a subtle orange glow on the cheeks, so that's not bad. Okay, next it's highlight time, and for highlight I have the Freedom Pro Highlight Palette. This has got like a mixture of creams and it's got 2 powders in the middle. And I mainly got this because I was quite intrigued by this kind of bluey silvery shade at the bottom, and I thought that would be a good thing to use in like my Halloween videos. And then with also, I really like this one, like the powder one at the top, that looks stunning. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that one at the top, and then I might see if I can just tap a little bit of the silver over it. You have to be a bit careful of kind of like using cream over powder though, because that often can look a little bit strange. So I will go in with that kind of pearly white shimmery powder first, and just put this on my cheekbones. Cupid's bow, nose, chin, the usual areas I highlight. Alright, that's added a nice glow. I quite like that. It's not as like overpowering as other highlighters that I have, but in a way that's kind of good because it is a slightly more natural highlight. I try and tap a little bit of the kind of silvery highlight, which is a cream one, just over the top on my cheekbones. I'm just going to try and be quite sparing with this. So we're going to do eyebrows now, and I have got a clear brow gel. This is from Rimmel. This is the Born This Way brow styling gel. It's just a clear one. And I'm just going to brush through my eyebrows with this to start with. Not bad, not bad. That's tamed my brows a bit. And the brow product that I have to try is the Makeup Revolution Brow Pomade, and this is in Graphite. I think this is a new release. It could come with a little eyebrow brush as well, but I don't know if I'm going to use that, to be honest. That is what the colour looks like. It is quite a dark brown colour. Hopefully it will look okay on my brows. I'm going to go in with my own angled brush for this one. Oh, got some brows on. I accidentally applied this one like a little bit thicker than the other one. Oops. But overall, it's a pretty decent brow product. It's very creamy and pigmented. Again, like, it is quite easy to go overboard with that. So have a gentle hand. Don't be like me and make one really thick. But overall, I like this. This is great. I'm going to go back in with the brow gel, just to kind of brush through that. Hopefully I can tone this one down a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the eyes now, and like I said earlier, I'm going to just go back in with that kohl pencil and kind of try and smoke it on my lower lash line a little bit. Go back in with the Gosh mascara and just apply this to my lower lashes. I think I'm going to use my NYX Liquid Suede lipstick in Sandstorm. Okie dokie, so that is basically the finished look. And I think it looks pretty decent, not bad really. The first thing that I thought was really good was the Gosh eyeshadow palette. I thought this was amazing. It was really pigmented and just an amazing selection of colours in my opinion. So I rate this highly, you should get it. Also really liked the Soap and Glory eyeliner. I just thought that it was so creamy and the way it glided onto my waterlines was great. It also smoked out quite well on my lower lash line, so this is really good. I really like this. The contour palette I quite liked, although I think I will need to work with this a little bit more just to get it to kind of look just as nice as I want it to. But this overall was a pretty decent palette, and I thought it was pretty like pigmented and creamy, and that's what you can really ask for, I guess. And it blended out pretty well. I also really liked the Makeup Revolution brow pomade and the gel as well. I think that was a good combination. Obviously, like, it's something I'm going to have to work with to not go too overboard, but that's me, not the product. So yeah, that's fine. And I also really liked these two foundations, the Manic Panic one and the Freedom Pro Matte, and I think this is only like £2, so considering that, this is actually a pretty decent foundation. I think this is, I definitely recommend this. Yeah, I really liked the base that I had with both of these mixed together, and it was predominantly this. It was only like a little bit of the white foundation. I'm also like, I'm just looking at it now and I really love this bronzer. Like, I just really love the glow that it's given to my cheeks, and it's just really like, it's good for my skin tone. Because sometimes it can be hard when you're pale to get a bronzer that doesn't look too like orange and like dark, but this is actually like a really kind of natural looking colour, so I actually really like this Gosh bronzer. So those are kind of some of the kind of products that stood out to me the most, and overall I'm pretty happy with what I've achieved here with my makeup. So well, that's it for this month, and I will be doing another one of these videos next month, of course. This video is supposed to go up on Friday, which is today, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get this up for tonight because it's going to take a while to edit and I've got work tomorrow, so it will probably be up on Sunday. Maybe I'll be able to get it up today, but I'm not sure about that. It's not really my fault, it's because like my Tam Beauty delivery only got here today, so like I had to film it today. Like I would have ideally filmed it a few days ago, but you know what you're going to do about it, eh? So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!